We are going to start the topic, the verb. Definition. Verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence. Example, Sita sings. Ravi is tired. The sun shines. Boys play football. On these sentences, the verbs are sings, is tired, shines, play. Next we have kinds of verbs. A verb that requires an object to complete its sense is called a transitive verb. Example, the man killed a tiger. Here, the action is incomplete if we simply write the man killed. In order to complete the sense of the sentence, we need to add an object. A tiger here is acting as an object to complete the meaning of the sentence. A verb which does not require an object to complete its sense but makes good sense by itself is called an intransitive verb. Example, the man died. Here, along with the verb died, the very sense of the sentence is completed. Verbs of incomplete predication. The man seems tired. She became sad. Sometimes the verbs in the sentence do not make complete sense. They do not need objects but need other words to complete sense. Such verbs as do not make complete sense but require some word or words after them to complete sense are called verbs of incomplete predication. The word or phrase so added is called the complement. Thus, a complement is that which completes the predicate. Coming back to the above example, the man seems. If we simply say the man seems, the meaning is incomplete. So here we need to add on another word, tired. Similarly, with the second sentence, she became sad. If we end up with she became, the sense remains incomplete, so we need another word said to complete the sense of the sentence. Some transitive verbs take two objects after them, one of which is a thing and another some person. Example, she gave him a rupee. Here we call rupee direct object and him indirect object. A direct object is usually the name of something. An indirect object is usually the name of some person. Main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Verbs which has got meaning of their own are called main verb. Like sing, dance, play, swim, etc. Auxiliary verbs help to form a tense or an expression. They do not have their own meaning. They are further divided into two kinds. The principal auxiliaries, am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does and did. Next we have the modal. Auxiliaries: shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, ought, need, dare, used. Parts of verbs. All verbs have three basic parts. They are present, past, past participle. You know there are the list of the parts of verbs. Two examples are given here, like come in the present form. In past we have came, and in past participle form we have come. Next we have see, sow, sing. Regular and irregular verbs. Verbs are divided into regular and irregular depending on the way they form their past tense and participle. Past participle. Verbs can be either finite or non-finite. Finite verbs change their form when there is a change in the number or person of the subject. Example, I live in Germany. Here I is the subject. Live describes what the subject does. Live is a finite verb. Non-finite verb. There are three groups of non-finite verbs: the infinitive, the participle, and the gerund. The infinitive are used both with, to, and without to. Example, I like to play. It is foolish to waste money. It is easy for monkeys to climb trees. Let him read the book. You dare not go there. The participle. The participle is partly a verb and partly an adjective. There are two kinds of participle, the present participle and the past participle. The present participle is always active and it denotes an incomplete action or state and is always ends in ing form. I can see her drawing a picture. He met a man carrying a basket. The past participle denotes an action which is completed. It usually ends in ed, d, t, en, and n. Example, a broken glass cannot be used. Having rested, he started again. The gerund. Gerunds are verbal nouns. Taking an example, walking is a good exercise. The word walking is formed from a verb adding ing. In this sentence, it is the name of an action and is also the subject of a sentence. Hence, it does the work of a noun. Therefore, walking is both like a verb and a noun and is called a gerund. Many a times we get confused with the concept of gerund and participle. To make it clear, gerunds are called verbal nouns and participles are verbal adjectives. So, this is all about verbs in short. Thank you.